All right, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome. This is Twist Gaming, where you get to play board games with us. We're coming to you live here from the PhD Speed Gaming event in Chicago, bringing you all the cool board game coverage throughout the day today. As usual, I'm Matt, and I'm joined here with Christian Waters from Osprey Games. How you doing today, Christian?
Good. Excited to be here.
Pleasure having you in, and
Thanks.
I see you brought something to show off for us
did.
here today.
I brought a copy of our newest game, just went on sale last week, High Society, which is a new edition of a classic Reiner Knizia game. We've actually picked up a bunch of his games. And if you've been following us for the last few years, you'll know that what we're really famous for is giving games the Osprey treatment. So we take older games that maybe have fallen out of play, and we bring them back with tweaking up the rules and really doing a great job with the art.
So giving it a nice fresh facelift.
Yes, absolutely fresh facelift. I think this is the third edition of High Society. And the game is so straightforward that we actually haven't tweaked the rules. But what we have done is put some really gorgeous art behind it. We found this wonderful Spanish self-taught artist named Medusa Dollmaker. You should
Medusa Dollmaker.
Google Medusa Dollmaker.
That
her
is
art
a
is
name.
amazing.
Wow.
And what she did for this game, I've never seen such a perfect meld of illustrations and gameplay. So the idea of High Society is that you are...
That is really gorgeous.
Yeah, it's just beautiful. You are, you and your opponents are trying to live high in France, and you're trying to acquire objects d'art and things like good food without going completely broke. And it's a bidding game. So she's kind of reached back to this, the art nouveau, and it's just amazing. And I love the facial expressions and the art and everything too. It's one of the most beautiful games we do, and all of our games are absolutely I can say they're gorgeous, and I can say that because I'm not bragging. It's true. Look us up and you'll see. So it's for 3 to 5 players. It's very straightforward. It only takes about 15 or 20 minutes to play.
Okay.
It's a lot of fun. And what you'll do is you shuffle up these cards, and they all have there are 2 types. They either have point value, like the ones we were just showing you,
So
or
this one is a 9 value there.
Yep, and like this one's a 10, and you're obviously trying to gather the most points as you can. And then we have these green cards here, and some of them are good and some of them are not. So we have 3 that will double the value of your cash.
Okay.
As in collection of cards. And then there's one that will have it. There's one that will take 5 points off of you.
So positives and negatives.
Positives and negatives. And there's a faux pas. If you commit a faux pas, then you have to give away one of your objects. And what you'll do is you will use the money cards to bid for the various things as they come up. You shuffle up the deck, turn over these cards one at a time, and you have to manage your money. You can't spend too much. You don't want to be left with nothing, but you'd also want to spend it so you can gather some of the art.
Okay.
Very straightforward, like I said. Now, if one of the negative cards comes up, like the faux pas card,
Right.
well, this is where it gets interesting. What you're going to do is you're going to bid to not take that card.
Oh, okay.
You're going to keep putting money down and bidding on it until somebody passes. And when that person passes, they take that card. They keep the money, their own bid, but everybody
Right.
else loses what they bid for it.
Oh, so that could be like a real
Yeah.
chance for people to lose like money fast. In
You can lose money fast, and like if you have a lot of points and you end up getting, you have to take the half card, you just boom lose it. And a couple of those literally will obviously devalue you to the point of bankruptcy.
Right.
And then you do it until the 4th green card comes up. Once the 4th green card comes up in the deck, game ends immediately. Boom.
Okay.
That's it. Whoever has the least money in their hand loses immediately. So even if you have the most objects of art, even if you own the best of stuff,
Yeah.
if you have the least money, you're
So
eliminated.
just don't be broke.
Don't be broke, or make sure you have less. And then whoever has the most points after that wins. And I have to say, I mean, the great thing about Knizia, that little rule about having the least money completely changes the game. Because otherwise, it's simple enough that you could actually card count. Like you can know pretty much where something might be in the deck as you go down.
Right.
but it's very difficult to keep track of who spent what and what they still have.
Not to be too spendy.
Right.
So is that public information? The amount of money they have, or is that kind of hidden to yourself?
No, everybody starts the same, but once you spend your money, it goes face down.
Oh.
What you've won will stay face up.
Right.
But what you've spent goes face down.
Gotcha.
So it becomes very, very difficult to card count at that point, especially when the more people you get. And it adds such a strategy to the game because you really have to balance out, do I want to spend the money for that object, or do I need to keep it in my hand?
Is it worth
we've
it?
had 2 of these come up, and where's the 4th? It's a really fun game, and like a lot of the Knizia games, it's very straightforward. I mean, I literally just explained the whole game to you. Right then.
Yeah,
Boom.
that was super quick.
But with so much strategy. Every time I play this game, I see a little some subtle different ways to play it again. It's also a great game for it is a light game. It's also a great game when you have friends over who don't usually play games.
So it's a nice gateway game.
Yeah. You know, if you just want to play something, you don't have to spend a ton of time in the rules. Everybody gets it very quickly. It's a great game for that too.
And I could definitely see this being a gateway game as well, just because of the table presence of it and having people really just see the beautiful cards out on the table and be like, "Wow, what is this? This is really beautiful." So I really just love the artwork. So
sometimes when I'm at the office, I just crack the box and look at the art.
Yeah, I would definitely frame those and like have them at your desk. I wouldn't. I would understand that completely.
Yeah. And then if you have a minute, I can give you a little preview of what we have coming down the pike.
Absolutely,
in the next few
go
months.
for it.
I don't have anything to show, but in September we're going to have the first expansion for our best-selling game, The Lost Expedition.
Okay.
Which was a card management game based around art that kind of looked like 1010. We're going to have some new characters to play.
Gotcha.
And the thing about that game is that you always end up having to kill characters. You have to kill characters, and we've introduced a dog as one of the characters. So at some point you're going to have to kill the dog.
No.
Yes. And then in October we have Martin Wallace's first box miniatures game. It's called Wildlands. The art on it is absolutely gorgeous, and the minis are fantastic. If you going to Origins or Gen Con, swing by. We'll be doing some demos, and definitely take a look at it.
Very cool.
Good.
So where can we find High Society?
You can find High Society where better games are sold. Any place. It's out. It came out a week ago. So
hot off the presses, huh?
Hot off the presses.
Fantastic. And what's the price point that we're seeing on High Society?
$20.
Nice.
$20. Yeah. So you get all the cards and the nice box and everything too.
Fantastic. So, Christian, is there anything else that you wanted to tell us about High Society or anything else from the Osprey Games catalog?
No, it's just fun. If you're looking for good games and looking for gorgeous games, come to Osprey.
Fantastic. Thank you so much for joining us today. We really do appreciate it.
Enjoyed it.
And thank all of you for watching at home. Stay tuned for some more board game coverage coming throughout the day today. Signing off for now, though, I'm Matt. Take care, everyone.